damn it, why every time when I light a fire it rains?
You will not light said fire.
Well, why not? Too early. So this is a game that a lot of people on my Twitter feed wanted to purchase, but never got around to it. The Flame in the Flood, an independent roguelike game built by Molasses Flood Studios. And if independent studios can do one thing right, it's creating a good roguelike game. We even reviewed a roguelike game on this very channel 1 year ago. Click right up here to go check out the Crypt of the Necrodancer review. In Flame in the Flood, you play as Scout, a girl trying to survive, hopping from island to island, scavenging for food and supplies. There are plenty of dangers throughout the world as well, including starvation, dehydration, injuries, animals, specifically wolves. Also, the river isn't just a peaceful canoe ride while listening to my girl Ann Taylor and painting with Bob Ross. Best editing, 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10, best editing. When it's more like... A pretty common occurrence throughout these indie games is just how spectacular the art looks. It feels as if I'm playing through a painting. Every surface looks like it's been hand-painted. And the soundtrack fits so perfectly well with the environment. It creates this great visual and auditory sensation that can't really be matched in any other game. But just as easily as these feelings can enter, they can be stripped away and replaced by a panicky chaos. Like when you stumble onto an island at the wrong time of day for the first time. Getting mauled by a wolf, barely crawling your way over to your raft for safety. This game is just as much a survival game as it is a roguelike game. Most of your time will be spent hopping between different islands, scavenging items to craft more useful items, as well as managing your hunger and thirst. You'll have to endure in some hunting if you want to survive in this world as well, since the further you go downstream, the colder it gets. You'll have to kill rabbits, boars, and wolves to craft better coats, boots, and hats. There are a variety of things to craft within the game, and it didn't feel like a nonsensical bore like 99% of other crafting games. Also, a huge part of your time will be spent managing which items to pick up, and when to craft them into their next tier of item. For example, sapling into tinder. The river in my mind is super neat as well. It's always flowing downstream, so if you miss an island, there's no chance you'll ever get back to it. Another thing that it does is it's the last line of defense against animals, especially wolves. You can just flee the island and hobble onto your little raft and try to survive the brutal rapids until your next glimmer of hope. A church, filled with plenty of supplies for healing your wounds, and will probably become your next favorite island. There's one big problem with the river though. It's extremely difficult to control your rafting, especially at the rapids. What I do to combat this is I try to stick to the slower part of the river most of the time and take the slower route. Now the game isn't all sunshine and rainbows, there are a couple of annoyances with it. I swear, every single time I lit a fire, it would rain. Every single time. An actual issue is that the dog barks at every single thing he finds. It becomes so frustratingly annoying that you'll be forced to mute the game and listen to your own westernly sly guitar. The campaign mode in this game takes forever. I played for 3 hours straight and I only made it about halfway through the game. For a game that kills you so extremely quickly, it's insanely difficult to beat this game, and it's definitely not a one-sit session game. However, on the lower difficulty levels, there are checkpoints between each section, and there's 10 sections. I only made it to section number 5. You really need to be on point and paying attention to visual and audio cues at all times, or you will die, and you will die a lot. Either way, all that stuff aside, I do give this game a 7 out of 10. I really enjoyed the game, and I feel like you should pick it up during a sale. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching episode 6 of the Indie Critic. If you'd like to support the Indie Critic, you can check out the Patreon page right here. And if you wanted to watch all the other episodes, check right up here for a playlist of all the other episodes. Anyways, guys, check in next week for the next installment of the Indie Critic. Thanks for watching.
Kick back, relax, and grab yourself a beverage. A hop if you want to just bounce to my leverage. The evidence, as they say, is in the pudding. So show me the money like my name was Cuba Gooding. It ain't fool's gold, it's gold, fool. Can't stop, won't stop, keeping it old school. Big Spoon is my namesake plume. I keep it popping like a needle in a new balloon. And if you don't know by now,
You don't have to get me right now.
Let loose, kid, get stupid. Got more flavor than I know what to do. It's to get your hands up if you're part of the movement and bump to the baseline. I made it rock before your phone had FaceTime.
Okay.
Yes, sirree, you know my steez. I stay fresh to death like I'm drowning in Febreze. Up, up, and away we go. Up, up, and it's making me glow. Up, up, and away we go.
God damn it, why every time when I light a fire it rains? Well, why not? Too early.